Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are going to discuss about when a partner draws a fixed amount in the beginning, middle and at the end of every month for only 6 months. Here it means that either the accounting period is 6 months or the partner draws only for 6 months. So let's take any 6 months, the first 6 months or next 6 months. This particular category is entirely different from when a partner draws a fixed amount in the beginning, middle and end of every 6 months. Every 6 months is different from every month for 6 months. Every 6 months means every half year. So yearly twice he takes. Here yearly 6 times he takes. Every month he takes, but only for 6 months we are going to calculate. That is because the accounting period is 6 months. It is not that an accounting period of a firm needs to be 12 months. Accounting period can be 6 months. Accounting period can be even 3 months. That is decided based on the size of the organization. Let me explain you this one with the help of individually calculating, and then I'll explain you the same thing with the help of its formula. The formula says that take the total drawings, multiply it into its rate of interest on drawings, then multiply that into the average of first and the last drawings months accrued. So let me first explain you individually. So when a partner draws in the beginning of every month only for 6 months. Let me take you first 6 months, that is April, May, June, July, August, September. That's it. This is the first 6 months, So which means the accounting period starts on April 1 and it ends on 30th September. So we have to calculate at the end of the accounting period, that is 30th September. So this is the book's closing date. On this date we have to calculate interest for the different drawings. So let's take 1000 rupees a partner draws at the beginning of each month for 6 months. The rate of interest is 12%. Now let's calculate each drawing's months of accrual. That is how many months of interest the partner has to pay for each drawing. That has to be calculated with comparing the end of the accounting period. That is, we are on now 30th September. We are calculating interest that a partner has to pay on 30th September for the amount drawn on these dates. That is beginning of every month for 6 months. That is for April 1 to 30th September, which is exactly full 6 months. So 6 months interest he has to pay divided by 12. See, here we are dividing it by 12, though the accounting period is only 6 months. This 12 does not represent the accounting period. This 12 represents this percentage. The percentage mentioned in the problem is that 12% per annum. So this is what? This 12. So which says that the partner has to pay 12% of interest for the amount drawn for 1 year. If amount has been used for 1 year, then 12-month interest he has to pay. But here he has used this amount only for 6 months. So out of this 12-month interest, we need to calculate only for 6 months interest we need. That is why we are dividing this by 12. This denominator represents this per annum, not the accounting period. This 12 represents this per annum. The interest is for 1 year, but we need only for 6 months. Now for the amount drawn on this date, he has to pay 5 months interest. Then for the amount drawn on this date, it is exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-month interest he has to pay. Then for this one it would be 3-month interest. This one it would be 2 months, that is August and September. And the last one is September 1 he drew and September end. Beginning he took, end he has to pay. So 1 full month. So 1 by 12. Let's calculate the interest. This 12 will get cancelled. these two zeros will get cancelled. So 10 into 6, 60. Similarly 12, 12, two zeros. It will be 50, then it will be 40, 30, 20, 10. So total it would be 100, 200, 210. So this is the total amount of interest that the partner has to take for the amount drawn in the beginning of every month for 6 months. Let's apply this formula. That is, total drawings is, a partner has drawn 1000 rupees in the beginning of each month for 6 months only. So that means 6 times you would have drawn. The total drawings is 6000. Then percentage of interest, rate of interest 12% per annum. So 12%, 12 by 100. And average of first and last drawings months accrual only we want. First drawings is 6 months, last drawings is 1 month. So 6 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 7 by 2, 3.5. Which means that on an average of 3.5 months of interest he has to pay for the entire drawings. 3.5 by 12. Let's simplify this one. This 12 and this 12 will get cancelled. These two zeros will get cancelled. So 10 into 6 into 3.5, that is 60 into 3.5, which is 180 plus 30, 210. We got the same answer. So when a partner draws in the beginning of every month for 6 months, on an average of 3.5 months of interest only he has to pay. So let's calculate middle and end. For middle and end, I am not going to explain this full rough works. I am just going to directly calculate the average of months accrual. The same calculation only will come. You will get the same answer only in both the cases. If you want, you can cross check it. So the beginning of every month for 6 months, we calculated that average of 3.5 month interest the partner has to pay for the amount drawn in the beginning of every month for 6 months. Let's calculate for the middle of every month for 6 months. That means April 15 or 16, May 15 or 16, similarly September 15 or 16. Let's calculate months accrued. That is how many months of interest the partner has to pay for each drawings. So this is the middle of every month. So for the first drawings, half of the April over. So remaining half, he took the amount. So for April half month, remaining 5 months full. So 5.5 months of interest he has to pay for the amount drawn on this date. And here 1.5 over out of 6 months. So 4.5, this would be 3.5, this would be 2.5, and this would be 1.5, and this would be 0.5. That means September half is over. September is the last month for that accounting period. So on the last month he took only half of the month. So half of the month's interest only he has to pay. So the average we want only first and last. So which comes at 5.5 plus 0.5 divided by 12, that is 6 by 12, 3. So if it is a middle of every month for 6 months, take the total drawings and percentage by 100 and multiply 3 by 12. You will get the answer. Now let's calculate for end of every month for 6 months. That means end of April, 30th April, 31st May, 30th June, 31st July, 31st August, 30th September. So these are the date of drawings for end of every month for 6 months. Now let's calculate months of interest accrued for each drawing. For the amount drawn on this date to this date, it is exactly 5 months because April over. At the end of April he takes, we cannot include April since it is over. Remaining 5 months he has to pay for this amount interest. Then for this amount he has to pay 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. End means the last one will always be 0 because 30th September he took the amount and on the same date he has to pay interest for the amount. no interest for the same date, because that drawing will be deducted from his capital on the same date. Today he took, today we also took from his capital, so no interest for this one. We need first and last, that is 5 plus 0 divided by 2, which is 2.5. So if it is end of every month for 6 months, average of 2-month interest we need to calculate. That's it. If you find any particular area difficult, I request you to kindly go back and watch it once or twice, you will understand. If you have any doubt, please let me know them through comment section. Thank you. If you have enjoyed it, leave it a like and consider subscribing. Thank you.